Welcome back to M Hood Fishing. So today I'm back down on the Mississippi River to fish for white bass. I was here yesterday morning and it wasn't bad, it wasn't great. They were running pretty good, but they were all small sizes that I was catching. So today I want to see if it's just as good, better, worse, bigger sizes, smaller sizes. Today I just want to catch white bass. So that's what we're doing. Come on. I'm fishing with Mr. Crappie slab shaker, and this is what I was catching on yesterday morning. So we're going to start with this, but move on to bigger baits that are similar to see if we can get bigger fish. I caught a lot of fish right here on the side of this boat ramp. There were pops. Pops is when the white bass are pushing the shad into a ball or into an area and forcing them to pop up out of the water. There is some of that activity this morning already, as you can see, but also what we just saw right there was a gar. There's a lot of gar activity here right now, so we might have to move on to a slightly different spot to get away from these gar. So far there's not a lot of crazy activity, but it's still early in the morning. We're going to switch to a Kalin's chartreuse curly tail on a slightly bigger jig head. Just like I've done before, but if you're a newcomer to my channel, I'm drift jigging this. Throw it into the current, straight out into the river, and let the current take it, and I pop it and slowly retrieve it back to me and let the current just keep drifting it. These white bass were going to come in here and feed right on this boat ramp because there's a lot of bait that conjugates around the boat ramp on both sides and on top of it. Using chartreuse and silver baits this morning. Traditionally people like to use white baits for white bass, but this river is so dirty and stained on a general basis that chartreuse works better for white bass than anything else. Silver can work good too here, sometimes gold. This morning is a little different than yesterday morning, but similar. Yesterday the activity didn't get really busy till a bit later in the morning, and it's around sunrise right now. Maybe around 7:30, 8 o'clock, there'll be a lot of activity here like yesterday. I sat down for a second to look at comments on the video I uploaded this morning and started getting some crazy pops right here. There we go. Got a nice fight to you. Please don't be a drum. Oh, yes. Yes, first white bass of the morning. Much bigger than yesterday, but not Moby Dick. All right. That is a keeper. Definitely a keeper. Nice. All right, I just put a white bass in the chest. Let's see if there's more hanging out in this corner. Maybe we'll get better sizes today. There we go. This is a smaller fish. Oh, jeez. Dang it. There we go. Ooh, man, such a slow bite today. It is like an hour and a half between one fish and a... There we go. Oh, but I'm happy because that's not a drum. That's a decent white bass. I've got a fish, but he feels like he's inside something. And he doesn't feel quite like a white bass. I've loosened my drag a little bit. Maybe it is a white bass. Did you see that? A little white came up. Oh, it's you. I told you not to come back. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, it's you. It's you, Goo. What you doing, Goo? Who told you to bite that? Well, that was fun, but you're going home now. They're fun to catch, especially when they're getting bigger. It's like a pound, maybe between a pound and 2 pounds. Oh, excuse me, a little bit of a cold. Nowhere near as good as yesterday, of course. Probably has something to do with the fact that we're much closer to the new moon today than we were yesterday. But at least the sizes were better today. And now I'm gonna say this: like, share, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Check out the merchandise down below. I will see you next time. Woo!